Well, joining me now is educationist, member, Senior Staff Association of Nigeria and Universities, Olusegun Odusanwo. Thank you for joining us on TVC Breakfast. Now, you've seen different reactions there from respondents. So where do you stand on this issue?
I want to say, first of all, good morning to Nigerians. The way I look at it is government bringing up another way of building cultists in the universities.
Really?
Yes.
How is that?
Even when people come into university with 200 and above, a lot of them are unable to cope when they get inside the university. That is, those people that struggled and they are able to get 200 and above. Not to come and talk about now that they said they are reducing the cutoff point. A lot of people that has nothing to do in that environment will now come in, and they will come in to become landlord. And that is the recruitment grant for these cultists. When you are unable to move, they will lure you into their group, that they will assist you, they will do this, they will do that. And it's not going to be a better thing for university education.
Invariably, you're saying this is a reflection of the failing education system, as some have put it.
You know, that is just it, because it's not that everybody must go through university. Oh. If you sit for JAMB and you are unable to make it, why not go for other things? Go and learn a trade or do some other things that will make you to live your life. But now that they want everybody to go in there, the cultists will have their grant of recruiting, so that they will just want to bastardize the university education.
All right. For some persons, the government said that because there are some areas where the people cannot meet up with the cutoff point, and so it's a method of ensuring that everybody has access. Is there another means or method the government could have used?
For that question, I want to give you a scenario. As a union leader on campus in UNILAG, there was a time our children are not measuring up to the cutoff point that we bring them into the university. Now we went to the university management that, please, we want you to, if other people are coming in with, this is even to our secondary school on campus, that if people from outside is coming in with 60, please allow our own children to come in with 40 or 45. And we were thinking we are fighting for our members then. But the university management sat us down and told us that you have to make sure you get your words, prepare them very well for the exam. If people can come from outside and have such high cutoff point, why must you reduce your own? If you reduce your cutoff point now for your children, when they are going to university, are we going to reduce it again when we are not in control of reducing? And we reason with them. Many of us now have to look for remedial classes so that our children will also measure up with people coming out from outside to enter our secondary school.
All right, so the government should invest more and ensure that there are remedial classes. Is that what you're saying?
Yes.
Okay.
Even parents should make sure they bring up their children, not to be calling on government to reduce the cutoff point. All right.
Olusegun Odusanwo, former chairman, Senior Staff Association of Nigeria. Thank you for your time on TVC.
Me now is educationist and former chairman, Senior Staff Association of Nigerian Universities, UNILAG chapter, Olusegun Odusanwo. It's good to have you join me right now.
Good morning.
Now, those who sat down, thought and conceptualized the idea of moving the cutoff mark from whatever to whatever are not people who don't understand the system. They know the system. They are intellectuals and all of that. What could be behind this idea, this issue that has become controversial?
Like you said, there are people that knows what they are doing. But what I want you to understand is that we have some very powerful parents in this country that may put pressure on those people that we are talking about to try and turn things around in the favor of some of them whose children are not able to get to the cutoff point. But by my own way, the way I'm looking at it, if somebody, the child that scored the highest point is born by a parent scoring 300 and above, if somebody that both of you attended the same education system can score 300 and above, why is it that you or your child cannot score 200 and you are begging to reduce the cutoff point? And both of them will now come and meet at the same tertiary institution. So do you want to tell the world that when they now get into the university environment, you will be telling the vice chancellor that let us reduce this the pass mark for some kind of people and why some
for others.
So that,
but in all of this, your unions that are also stakeholders in this, what are your unions saying? Because you are the ones in the university, you understand the implication of all of this. What reactions have your union and similar unions taken?
We are not in support of this reduction of cutoff point because it is not going to bring a good result for the system in the nearest future. So that is why we are not in support. I think 200...
But
and
it is one thing not to be in support. It's another thing to keep quiet.
We are not keeping quiet.
Right.
And this is one of those areas that we are saying we are not in support. And that is why most of the time we have to thank this establishment. Because even if we are saying it out there, nobody will know what we are talking about. But with your institution, we are able to air our views and people will know that this is where we are going.
All right. We have to leave it here now. Thank you very much, Olusegun Odunsowo, for coming on the program.
Thank you very much.
Right.
Well, joining me now is educationist and former chairman, Senior Staff Association of Nigerian Universities, UNILAG chapter, Olusegun Odunsowo. Thank you for joining us on TVC Breakfast. Now, some have asked the question, what then is the purpose of having examination that is meant to test the IQ of students if they understood the syllabus that they went through, if you are reducing the cutoff marks?
I will not say that those people that are in charge of our policy, I will not say they don't know what they are doing, but the inconsistencies in the government policies, I think is what is bringing us to the level that we are going to now. And I would just want to advise that the people in charge of our policies should be consistent in whatever policy they bring.
When you say consistency, what were you expecting, or how do you mean when you talk about consistency?
For example, some policymakers sometimes thought that not everybody will go through university education. Then they said we want to have 6-3-3-4 system. That after the GS3,
yeah.
If they find out that your knowledge cannot go through to university education, you go to technical side of education. But go back to all those technical room now, nothing again. That is one of those inconsistencies. If they have followed that policy as it was laid down as at that time, I know by now not everybody will be rushing that they want to enter university, they want to enter university.
So you feel that it is the inconsistencies in those policies that has made Nigeria drop to 800th in the world?
Even though I don't know the criteria with which they are measuring this, I don't think Nigeria education is as bad as it's being rated.
Really?
But yet, the inconsistency contributes to some of this rating.
All right, now looking at the aspect of JAMB with the cutoff marks, some have also looked at the fact that if it goes on like this, then it poses a danger to the future of our children or our leaders who are said to be the leaders of tomorrow.
Yes, what it will amount to is that at the end of the day, they will be producing a lot of dropouts, because somebody that scored 160 and somebody that scored 300, they will be in the same class studying. And at the end of the day, 160 may not be able to measure up to the required standard. Then dropouts and the inferiority complex between those that drop out and the mates that are making it there will now become what we have started witnessing now. Somebody that has gone through the university, now for him to go back and begin again, no. The next thing is to take up as a kidnapper so that he or she will want to meet up with the standard of the former classmates.
All right. Olusegun Odusanwo, former chairman, Senior Staff Association of Nigeria, UNILAG chapter. Thank you for your time on TVC Breakfast.
Thank you.